G'day guys, let me know if we've got a connection here. It's giving me a couple warnings. I'll just wait a second, make sure that goes through. Just let me know if you see anything, if we're up, just shoot me through a little message. Yep, I can see we're going. Alright. Guys, I'm going to be straight up here, I guess, as I always am. I don't care what you think about Imam Tawhidi. I don't care if you trust him, I don't care. I don't care. Personally, I've met the guy, I trust him. You know, I've spoken face to face to him. And when you sit with someone and you get to know them like that, you can figure out whether they're genuine or not. But it's irrelevant. It's absolutely irrelevant because the ABC are out to get him. Now, they ran a program a few weeks ago on Media Watch where they literally played replays of all his media appearances, and they didn't bring anything new to it. They didn't bring any evidence. They just labelled him a fake sheikh based on the fact that he only has a small following, which in itself is the problem. The fact that the only peaceful Islamic leader has a small following. What does that say about the Islamic community? They have this whole thing twisted around. But they're not stopping there. They're running another story on Sunday morning, I believe. Somebody sent me through the link, where they're just going to so much effort to try discredit him. Now, they haven't proved that he's not a learned sheikh. They're not proving that he's not a learned sheikh. No, they're trying to just discredit him any other way they can. And, you know, the hypocrisy in this whole thing is that they do not spend half the amount of time actually looking into imams that are dangerous, that hate us, that want Sharia in Australia. In fact, there was an imam that they're promoting, Faisal Kolila, which I found, and I ran a couple stories, and look him up. This is the imam that's in, I believe, Western Australia, that's at the moment sharing a church with the Anglican church, because they didn't have a place to, and the Anglican church has taken him in. That Faisal, that imam, which they're promoting on ABC as a poster boy for moderate Islam, actually believes, and you can look it up. It's a few articles once I exposed him. He actually believes that the punishment for apostate, for punishment for leaving Islam, for Muslims, should be death. This is who the ABC promote, and they know this. Instead of looking at the backgrounds of these so-called moderate Muslims that they're promoting, they're picking on the one Islamic leader that is saying all the things that anybody with common sense in Australia thinks. And in fact, the only Islamic leader that in Australia is saying the things that we as normal people want to hear from inside the Islamic community. If all the Islamic leaders said what Imam Tawhidi was saying, we would not be in the same place we are today. But instead, they're spending all their money, their time, their effort, our money, actually. What am I calling it? It's not their money. They're spending all our money, all their airtime, picking on the one, trying to break down the one Muslim leader that is calling a spade, who's trying to root out the radicals amongst them, who's trying to actually stand for Australian values, and who's trying to protect us from the evil within his own religion. Why don't they do a whole segment on Hizb ut-Tahrir? Why don't they look at leaders within the Islamic communities that have ties to extremism? Why is our tax dollars for the ABC going to run these investigations on Imam of Peace, the imams that want to live with us? Why aren't they going against the ones who don't want to live here with us amongst us? The ones that want to introduce Sharia? Why? It's absolutely disgraceful, and once again it has shown we need to defund this. We need to defund the ABC. There is no reason why our tax dollars are going to this corrupt organisation to push their agenda that's going to get us all killed in the end. Let me know what you think, guys. Spread the word. Stand with Imam Tawhidi. I don't care if you don't trust him. The point that I'm going to turn on Imam Tawhidi, I don't care. They're rubbish. It's another, all their rubbish that they're putting on, especially the first, the Media Watch had no evidence at all. They just, nothing. It was a nothing story. The other evidence that they're bringing out is also rubbish. The time that I will turn against Imam Tawhidi is when he turns against our country. He's saying everything to promote Australia. Why are we bringing down a man that promotes our country? While promoting this Faisal Kolida or whatever his name is on the ABC, a man who's telling us that if you're an apostate to Islam, you deserve to die. It does not make sense. Defund this rubbish now. Yalla, guys.